Hey Exiles, I know I haven't been uploading much recently. I had to take a longer break, but I'm back for the new league. You can expect more updates and up builds from me in the coming months. Really excited to dive back in. So quick one from me today. I wanted to share what I'm planning to start with in the new Early Access League Down of the Hand. At the start I wanted to revisit my previous build with some twists or different approaches. But almost every skill I used in the previous league has been heavily nerfed. They even changed Flame Blast by adding an enormous cooldown, which is weird. That was the first on my list for a fun start. My second option was Hex Blast, but that seems to have been nerfed quite a bit too. I'm not a fan of these changes, but of course the whole meta and gameplay are evolving, and I think that's great. It's awesome that GG is using early access to really test things out. In the end, I'm leaning toward Molten Blast again, which remains unchanged, no buffs or nerfs. So in other words, if almost everything else is worse, this feels like a buff. The only change affects dual wielding, but I'm not sure if it will be meaningful, as I wanted to use a unique mace from Expedition alongside an empty hand for the Dance with Death. And Hoa might still be useful for this build. So for the Ascendancy, I'm going to with Amazon, simply because I want to try stacking Dexterity and Accuracy, which should be a solid way to scale both damage and attack speed in the setup. And additionally, this build should allow me to play a new character while avoiding items that could potentially become very overpriced. The mace itself should be fairly cheap, since it's a common drop, and GG mentioned in an interview that bosses that could drop it should be more accessible in this event. So I'm predicting that a lot of nostalgic Diablo 2 players will drive up the prices of good spears. So that's weapon type I want to avoid. The same goes for minion related items, especially with the addition of new specters. An alternative league start I am considering is a Deadeye, since it plays almost the same, which I find a bit odd. Maybe it's because Lightning Arrow was nerfed too. On the other hand, the health of Pinnacle and Trial bosses has been reduced. They mentioned something along the line that they had twice as much health. So while you lose damage, you also don't need as much as before. And it seems like a decent league starter. I haven't seen any info on map sizes, so I think movement speed is still the best stat, and Deadeye has a plenty of that. I was skeptical when GG announced we only be getting one class and a few new ascendancies, but looking at the sheer volume of nerfs and changes, I think this could be a fun league. At some point I'm sure I'll try some new staff deck for Unleash in a Chronomancer, maybe for an endgame build. So to sum up, I'm considering three options. Heart says Amazon, the brain says Deadeye with Lightning Arrow, and a wildcard option could be a Chronomancer with a new spell combo with Unleash stuff. Let me know in a comment, what do you think about the new league? Are you hyped or disappointed? What build are you planning to play? Share your thoughts. That's all from me. See you.